time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Your music.
I thank God for the opportunity to make music and for that music to be on a platform for people to come out and love.
Your stories.
It's gold for the Philippines.
The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers.
We bring you the latest and greatest impacting people from our community.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix.
It's just a true honor to be able to do this, especially with all the great Filipino talent here.
Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
Step back three. He has got that.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Sam with 2Ms and welcome to this MYXclusive interview, everybody. Happy Friday to everybody who is tuning in here on Mix. Thank you so much for taking time out of your morning and joining us here today. Happy Friday, everybody. I know Fridays are like one of my personal favorite days. So, sana excited na din kayo for the weekend. But I hope you're even more excited for our MYXclusive today kasi we will be having a very special guest who will be joining us. And our guest is actually one half of the duo named Stef and Huge. And this filmmaker and musician just recently released a solo bop, which is called Don't Like You Like That. Ooh, so I'm really excited to talk to her more about the music, also what's been going on in her life too. So everybody, please welcome to MYXclusive for the first time ever, Stef Aranas.
Pew pew. Hey, I'm Steph. Hello.
Hi, Steph. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Friday. Happy Friday to you. How are you doing on this Friday morning?
I just hopped off a work meeting for my day job, and now I'm here. So I'm very glad to still be able to do this morning, despite my day
Mhm.
job. So yeah, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm also good, trying to keep my life in balance, just like you. Syempre, as young people, we have to balance a lot of different things, diba? Job, but also life, diba? Work-life balance talaga yun, guys. So take it from Steph, no? Starting off a Friday morning, super strong, kaka-meeting niya lang, tapos ngayon nandito siya for an interview, bongga.
We have to do what
Diba?
we gotta
So,
do, diba?
exactly. We respect that. If you have a lot of things going on, we're rooting for you. So thank you so much, Steph, for joining us here today. But if you don't mind me asking, what do you do aside from music? Like, what is your day job?
My day job is being a digital marketing strategist in an SEO
Boom.
company. Yeah.
There you go. We love it. Which I think is it's a very practical skill set to have, especially also for you as a creative. No, that's really cool that you're able to express your creativity in many different ways. But of course, aside from work and of course aside from music, what else have you been up to these days? Ano mga ganap mo in life these days?
These days, I've
Mhm.
mostly been focused on work and music, and I'm glad I'm
Ah.
able to kind of balance both. Kasi kahit pa paano
Mhm.
na after work, kahit na-stress na napiga na yung utak ko, may juices pa to write. So recently,
Mhm.
I've been on a writing high, I guess.
Mhm.
So a lot of stuff is kind of in the works.
Mhm.
Ayun, very fun, very fun times.
Yeah, that's good to hear, no? See, guys, we're all about that work-life balance talaga. But
Yeah.
as we all know, it can get very, very difficult, no? Especially ngayon in the last 2 years to separate yung work and life, especially with work from home and all of that. So ikaw ba, Steph, like, what is your secret to work-life balance? Like being able to balance music, but also work at the same time.
Honestly, it helps that music also keeps me sane. So
Mm,
nagiging it becomes less work and more of just therapy, free therapy for me.
mm-hmm,
Because I am able to process most of my feelings, a lot of my feelings and experiences through writing and through singing. And just kagabi, I came off of a kind of stressful night of work, and then
mm-hmm,
after I just started singing Gika Marie's Kailangan Ko Nang, and then parang ang laki ng ginaan ng pakiramdam ko. So it really
mm-hmm.
does help to have music by my side to just like keep me in check and keep my brain okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like more of like an outlet no, that can help
Yeah,
you process your feelings. I mean, we all have our own personal outlet. So it's so cool that yours is music because obviously not everybody can do music like me. Di ko pa na-try. But syempre, who knows, diba? But I love
Yeah.
that that's your outlet. So that's so cool. But I'm also really curious since first time mo dito sa music, no?
Yes.
Of course, every artist has an origin story, right? So what is your origin story, Steph, as a musician?
I love this. I feel like a superhero.
Diba?
My origin, my origin story. My background growing up was actually more on theater. I was in theater from the
Mm.
fifth grade hanggang fourth year high school, and then when I got into college, I decided na it's time to show people that I like to write music. I've been writing music since I was in grade seven, and
Wow.
I'm not saying it's good music. I'm just saying I was writing. Pero yun, I took the kind of leap na mag-share na ng original content ko, original music ko
Mm-mm.
in college. And my first single na na-upload sa Spotify ay With You, which is
Mm-mm.
With You, which is a collab with one of my very good friends, Huge, before we became
Mm-mm.
Steph and Huge. And then
Yeah.
later on, I released my first solo single, which is Trust, also
Mm-hmm.
in 2017. And after that, I decided to focus on Steph and Huge since 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
ngayong fast forward to 2022, ngayon lang ako ulit nakapag, I guess, focus on solo music.
Mm-hmm.
Since I have been very intent on just my duo. Pero this year, I wanted to really showcase, I guess, more sides of me alone. Uh,
Yeah.
and and I think I was able to do that naman with Don't Like You Like That. So I'm very proud of my baby.
Yes, and I love that though. The last single that you put out as Steph, no, was in 2017. It took a little
Right.
bit. You focus on other things, which such is life. Ganun naman talaga, and everything in its own timing. And I love your newest release, which we will talk about in just a bit. But I'm really curious because you said you started writing at grade seven, and I was
Yeah.
calculating in my head like how old grade seven is. It's like what 13 or like
Yes.
12 or something.
Yes.
Mga
Yes.
ganon, around that age. So, na-curious ako, ano ba yung mga sinusulat mo at that age? Like, do you remember the first thing you wrote? Or like, ano ba yung mga themes at that
God.
time?
Grade seven, peak sad girl era.
Yeah.
Um, Grade seven, I was writing about my teen angst, and
Let's go.
yeah, and also my first ever
Mm-hmm.
major crush, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most memorable one for me because it's the first song that I finished, quote
Yeah.
unquote. And it's called Hey Best Friend, and I wrote it about
Oh.
this guy that was my best friend that I also had a huge crush on. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like I felt that. Especially at that age. Especially at that
No,
age, eh. Diba? Parang,
no.
your crushes feel like your first love. Ganon. Diba? Like, yung mga crush mo when you're young. Like, you just, kumusta na kaya sila? Joke. Diba? But you
He's
always,
doing very well, so good for him.
okay. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, good for him. Shout out to him, no. I'm
Yeah.
happy. Yeah. But usually naman with origin story talaga, no. But with artists nga, ganun usually yung mga first first songs nila, like they talk about the
Yes.
crush, like puppy love, which is very very normal kasi at that age, parang yun talaga yung mga feelings natin, no? So I love to see it, but also I'm really curious then, at a young age, syempre when we're young, we also have favorite artists that kind of like open our mind to music, diba? Parang they're the ones who are like, oh my God, like I love listening to this person, I should listen to more music. So for you, Steph, like was there like a certain artist that really kind of opened your mind to music and you were like, oh, I kind of want to do this when I get older?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Two artists come to mind. Actually, let's say three, because
Mm-hmm.
especially when I was younger, I listened to a lot of Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, I haven't been as updated, pero a few albums that really stuck with me were Speak Now, 1989, those two specifically, and also the entire Lady Gaga discography
Come
and
on, yes.
their Rihanna discography as well. Those three
Mm-hmm.
definitely have stuck with me. Of course, also Ariana, but that's a
Mm-mm.
little later on. So yeah,
Yeah, and I love they're all very strong women
yes,
figures in the industry, which I think is
yes.
really, really cool. So yeah, shout out to them no. Ako din, feeling ko same tayo age group. Age group. Because that was why, and then when I was growing up, those were the women also that I
Yeah.
would hear in music. So I definitely get where you're coming from. And I feel like when you listen to Taylor Swift, you feel like you can write songs. You know what I mean? Excuse me.
Yes. She just
So
knows.
that's,
She knows what we're
yeah.
going through.
And it's very real though. So I love that you mentioned them as well. But now I think it's time that we talk about your latest single, which I keep saying I really, really love the vibe of. So it's called Don't Like You Like That. Title pa lang, I already feel the vibes. You know, but a lot of people can relate to it. So I do want to talk about it because my bad, sorry. But
You're good.
I do
You're
want to
good.
talk about it because you have a lot of firsts for this track. Like it's your first time to
Yes.
rap and it's your first Taglish single. So can you tell us more about, incorporating these elements into this song?
Well, specifically with the rapping, I am not an MC by any stretch, but I really wanted to try it. I really wanted to try rapping because I'm heavily influenced by Miss Cardi, Miss Doja,
Let's
and
go.
yes, and I also love K-pop. So
Mhm,
I'm exposed to all of this like beautiful rapping. Why
mhm,
not try it? So when I was writing the song, I was just kind of experimenting on rapping and writing in Tagalog, uh, because I really wanted to play with the languages since I do feel that I have a certain adeptness with both. I just haven't tried
mhm,
writing in Tagalog kasi mas na-intimidate ako magsulat in Tagalog actually than English.
mhm,
We're
mhm,
taught to write in English academically for our entire lives. So yeah, and we're not taught to do that in Tagalog. So there's a certain
mhm,
intimidation with that. But um, I just wanted to have fun with it too. Because once I started writing the chorus came first. And once I
mhm.
started writing that, it just kind of flowed because I saw how, I guess I didn't intend to at first, but it ended up being this very sassy, very like
Yeah.
playful song. So I just went with that and ran with it. So yeah.
Mhm. There's so many things I want to talk about in what you just said. So first, like the whole rapping thing. Like I feel like when you listen to a lot of different like rappers, for example, like Doja Cat and stuff, it's very cool, no? Like you want
Yeah.
to try it out for yourself too. And I think everybody can try it out, no? And you listen to a lot of K-pop too. So do I. Like if you don't mind me asking, who are your favorite K-pop artists right now?
Right now, I'm
Mhm.
fixated on 17 and the boys. Yeah. Ah,
Stop.
oh,
I love 17 so much. Stop.
are you going? Are you going to?
Yes. Well, hopefully, let's pray. Next
Yes,
week
let's
name tickets,
manifest
guys.
those tickets into existence.
Yeah. To all our Carrot friends who are watching right now, we pray for you on July 12th. Carrot pre-sale.
May we
In-and-out
all
talaga.
get, may we all get our ticket.
Yes. May we all get our tickets and have our moments with our biases. Hopefully, if you don't mind me asking, who is your bias?
I'm a Soksoon girl.
Okay, nice. We don't have same.
Yes. No, no to competition.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I love that, no, and that I totally get what you mean. In K-pop, because like with genres in the music, there's so many different elements to it. Like they're able to put so many different things into it. It's very inspiring. I can imagine even more so as an artist. So I love that you're able to take inspiration from your favorite artists right now and kind of incorporate it into your music as well. And also, you said a while ago that you know academically nga, we're not taught to write a lot and practice a lot in Filipino in school, no? So I understand being intimidated by it too. It's very understandable. But you did such a great job with this track, and because
Thank
we all know when we use Filipino or Taglish, it becomes very sassy nga eh. Like
you.
our
Yes,
language,
yes,
like
yes,
Tagalog, 'di ba, is sobrang malutong na like it has an attitude, which was one
yes.
of the first things that I noticed about the track. It had a really great attitude, and also the title pa lang shows off a lot of attitude pa lang, diba? So can you tell us more about the inspiration behind this track, kind of incorporating the story with the way that you delivered the song?
Okay, so this track is about this
Let's
track is
go.
about I know this track is about someone I met in
Mhm.
January.
Oh.
And it was a cute first date, I guess.
Mm.
And we were talking for a while, but later on I just
Mhm.
realized that maybe he's not the best fit for me personally.
Mhm.
And he was also just, I don't know, I was just like, you're cute as a friend. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's very much the vibe.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a vibe that a lot of us have gone through or felt. Diba? I feel like, sometimes they're just people who are nice, but you don't just, you don't really see yourself with them, which is, that's not against them. It's just more of like, that's just how it is. Like, that's just
Yeah.
like what the song says. Don't like you like that. It's pretty understandable. And I love that, because a lot of people can relate to it. I mean, obviously I can. So I feel like a lot of people too, because I feel like it has that kind of attitude that it serves talaga in the track itself. So I super love this
Right.
song, Steph, and it's your first release in 5 years, if my math
Yes.
is right. Yes, if my math is right. So how does it feel to be releasing another song after 5 years, especially how much you've grown, no, in the last 5 years as well?
It was definitely super nerve-wracking for me,
Mm,
especially since I was in such a comfort zone with Huge. Because
yeah.
for everyone listening, Huge is
Mm-hmm.
a very, very close friend of mine. He's kind of like a brother to me at this point. And
Mm-hmm.
plus, we're like musical partners. So
Mm-hmm.
um, we're just so comfortable working with each other that I was actually kind of scared to like fly on my own again, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak. But it was also super rewarding and super fulfilling to do the entire process, from writing to working with a new
Mm-hmm.
producer, Joseph Gregory, and also putting together the team for the video and the shoot. So
Yeah.
it was so much fun, like doing everything. So yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of mixed emotions, definitely, but the excitement, I think, is parang the overarching emotion also for
Yeah,
you, and
and
it
also
should have been because.
getting to talk about
Mm-hmm.
it with like people
Mm-hmm.
like you also has been super fun
Yeah.
for the single. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's super exciting because when I watched the music video, I was super vibing, like all the colors, the visuals, I thought was so,
Yeah.
so cool. So what was it like? Obviously, creating the music video also, especially, after all of these feelings that you had leading up to the release of, the track and everybody. So how was it? How did it feel being able to create the music video too?
I think there was an extra euphoria in the fact that this is my first real shoot since the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, yeah, especially for context, at the start of the pandemic, I was supposed to do a film shoot for my thesis film because I
Mm-hmm.
was a film major, and um, it was kind of this really cool moment to finally be able to do a shoot for my first solo single in so long, with a team
Mm-hmm.
that I was very close to as well. Almost everyone on my team are very good friends of mine, are very close friends. So, and also my creative director is Ida Siyasoko,
Mm-hmm.
whose brain I'm just in marvel at all the time. So, yeah, it was so fun to do, and we were able to do everything in one day, and like achieve the vision that we really had in mind. So, I'm super proud of the team, and especially with all of the constraints we had, time wise, budget wise.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of of everything we were able to do, really.
Yeah, and I really love the music video. It was serving like Tiger Beat, like that kind of era, like,
Thank
very
you.
2000s with the butterfly clips. I was
Yes,
really,
yes,
yeah, I was super into it. And obviously, like, very nostalgic also for me, even though
yes,
it was like new lang, like you just recently
yes.
put it out. It felt very nostalgic.
You get the
And I feel like a
vibe.
lot of, yeah,
Totally get the
and I feel
vibe.
like a lot of songs from that era also kind of had that same attitude that you put into this track too. So I just really love this release stuff. So congratulations on the newest single, Don't Like You Like That. And we can't wait also for everything else that you have in store for everybody. So to everybody tuning in, kung hindi pa napapakinggan ang bagong single ni Steph, it's called Don't Like You Like That. It's available everywhere on multiple digital streaming platforms. And pwede nyo rin panoorin ang music video on YouTube as well. But after this, obviously, as you can tell, I'm very, very excited for everything else that you have cooking up for all of us. You said you're in like a writing high right now. So,
Yeah.
what can everybody expect coming from you, Steph? Like, what else are your musical goals for maybe the rest of the year?
For the rest of the year, I plan to put out at least one more solo single. So that's the target is October. So let's make sure we meet
Manifest.
the target. The song is like halfway there, writing wise. So and
Yay.
I'm also in contact with producers for it. I think Huge might hop on it actually. As a producer, as a co-producer.
Mhm.
Because even with Don't Like You Like That, Huge
Mm-mm.
didn't really. Huge was still present. He was my sound engineer for it, and so yeah. Anyway,
Nice.
so yeah, on solo single coming soon, hopefully. Also a Stefan Huge single coming soon. We're also in the middle of that right now. And yeah, just like so. Oh, and also, I might have a collab with another artist coming out sometime. I don't know if it's coming out soon, but we're working on it right now as well. If you know Keo Priest, a fellow
Yeah.
queer artist, we're working together. We're cooking something up. So yeah.
Ooh, a lot of very
Yeah.
exciting things happening for Steph, you guys. So make sure to keep an eye out for all of that. But of course, make sure to stream all of Steph's music. It's available everywhere. You guys have no excuse. Is on the internet. If you're watching this right now, you can also listen to her music. So make sure to do so. But before I let you go, Steph, give a message to everybody who's tuning in, but also everybody who's been supporting you and your music.
Oh, first I want to really give a big shout out and thank you to the Don't Like You Like That team, Ida, and everyone just made my dreams possible. And also a big shout out to Dito, or Dito Music rather, for hooking me up with all of the things this release. And yeah, I guess uh, my message is wear your mask, wear your mask, stay safe,
Yes.
and pride never ends. Pride month may be over,
Mm-hmm.
but pride never ends. So yeah.
That is, yes, I love that. It's a very beautiful message. As an ally, I mean, I feel like, yeah, no, I mean, I also tell people, you don't, you really have to live out your truth, don't,
Absolutely.
just share it with everybody and be proud of it because, you only have one life. So I love that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Steph, for your message for everybody. So to everybody tuning in once again, make sure to check out Steph's music everywhere. It's available online, especially her newest single, which is called Don't Like You Like That. It's available everywhere. And the music video is also available on YouTube. But thank you so much, Steph, for joining us here today. It was great to meet you and chat with you for today. My fellow carrot.
Yes, I
I'm very, very
know.
happy. I'm
Thank you
very,
so
very
much.
happy.
It is my absolute pleasure, Sam. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And happy Friday to everybody who's tuning in. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day, but also the weekend that's coming up. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Sam with two M's and Steph. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good day.